I love minimalism, and I think you can do so much more with less. Before this, I had a 65-inch TV that I sold specifically for this setup. This is my entertainment center, it's my workstation, it's my editing station, and for a small space, that really goes a long way. So at the end, after we go through piece by piece, I want you to tell me in the comments, do you have a setup similar to this? Or would you sell your TV for something like this? Let's get started. First up is the Husky height adjustable desk. Next are the speaker stands. Next is the monitor. Next is cable management. Next you got the speakers. So you have this wire that connects to each side of the speaker. Power strips going underneath. This is the most tedious part with any desk setup, I think, if you don't like seeing the cords and stuff.
It'll take you a long time.
That's usually the thing that I spend the most time on. Here's how it turned out. As most of you have probably done before, just figure out what works. It's a little tight when you get into these power bricks, especially the one for the monitor. It's hanging off a little bit, but from the front you can't notice at all because all that's tucked away. Running this brick on the back for the speakers, that gave me a little bit more room, but as you can see, it's all nice and tucked under there. Used a cable tie right here on the VIVO speaker mount to keep the power cord and one of the speaker cables down kind of flush. Just use this thing to run it straight. Then we have our monitor light. So this is the BenQ light that's gonna sit on top of the monitor. It's gonna go into our USB port in the back of the monitor. One into the light, the other one down here. Got everything nice and neat on the back. So here's the final setup. So we have the Soji office chair. This is in steel and mesh. Really good office chair, really comfortable. Researched for a while to find something that I could sit for long periods of time. And this one just seemed to do a good job in a lot of different areas. You have this nice comfy cushion. It doesn't get hot after long periods of time, which was one of the things I was looking for the most. You got a couple different things of adjustment. This adjusts the tension in the back, so how easily you can move forward and backwards with this piece right here. You also get a lot of breathability in this back where this mesh is. Say that 5 times fast. You get a little lumbar support with this lever right here. You can just kind of move that up and down to adjust. So that tension on the back, again, is just, you just move this forward or backwards for tighter or looser. And then you can adjust the cushion up and down. You can adjust the cushion back and forth. And then this actually locks the back of the seat in place so that you don't lean back at all. You also get some additional adjustments with the arms here. So these move up and down. This lever up, and that will scooch it up and down. And then you get additional where these just kind of click out or in. Next is the Husky desk. So this is from Home Depot. It works perfect for an office desk and it holds a lot of weight. I got mine in white. This is the 46-inch wide version. It does come in a couple different widths. It's 24 inches deep. It's 26 inches high. As it sits right now to use it as a sitting desk. It is a sit-stand desk. This broke on me when I tried to adjust it up for the video. Use the crank to raise it up.
Jesus, what did I do?
So, this is the first time this has broke off. I've raised it and lowered it quite a bit. Really, it's kind of a dumb mechanism. It's like a little screw that feeds in here and just screws into, there's like a little screw hole on the handle that it goes into. So if you're looking for a constant stand-up desk, if you're gonna be doing that a lot, this may not be the desk for you considering what happened. There's probably an easy solve for this where I can figure out something else that doesn't come out so easy, like this little screw. You can probably find a fix where this literally just screws in the back. So I think I'm gonna just swap this out and get something that like locks behind it to where this lever can't pull out. The caster wheels are great. They have those locking mechanisms so you can keep the desk in place, but it does come with the flat bottoms too. Next is the VIVO, the clamp mount for speakers, or they're just little shelves. They go pretty deep. Pretty good quality for what they are cost-wise. I think they're like 50 bucks. Metal, The only thing I would say to be wary of is don't over tighten these. I over tightened, I believe, this one and cracked this piece right here, which is plastic. It still works fine, but just something to note. They do raise up and down as well if you want to adjust the height. Really gives you just kind of enough for little extra storage to display books. I got my watches there. I got some of the portable hard drives for editing. Nice, just give you a little extra space to keep things off the desk, which makes my brain happy, keeps it nice and organized. These are the Audioengine A2 Plus speakers. They're very compact. They're about the size of my hand. I mainly was looking for speakers for video editing to give me that nice crisp sound when I was editing, but they work actually really well for watching movies and TV. So again, super compact, fits nice on the VIVO shelves. Great sound for what they are. Next is this BenQ light. It's on right now. It can be changed to kind of a warmer color and a cooler color. It's not really coming across as warm on the camera, but it is on the warmer setting. In person, it's easier to tell. This is great if you want to edit at night. It doesn't glare against the monitor. It just creates a nice mood if you're listening to some music or something while you're editing. I also use it for movies or TV shows, just to, if I want all the lights off, but I want one light on just to give me a little bit of a moody ambiance. A couple different adjustments up top. You got your power button. I believe this is an auto feature where it kind of recognizes the lighting in the room and adjusts accordingly. Here's your temperature and then your brightness to lower the brightness or increase the brightness. So it just clamps on. It's got this nice heavy weighted little mechanism on the back, so it keeps it nice and stable up top, but just kind of clamps over the monitor there. So you can adjust that accordingly. Next, obviously, is the reason why I sold my TV, which is the 32UN880-B LG monitor. This thing's a beast. I went on a huge rabbit hole trying to find the right monitor and read a lot of really good reviews on this thing. I love that the cable that it comes with duals as a charging cable, as well as being able to make an external monitor. So that's a 2-in-1. Again, trying to find multiple use case things to just keep this as neat as possible. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you have to run a computer charger as well, that's another brick that you have to have. And if you're doing cable management and stuff, just one more thing you have to kind of tuck away. So it also comes with not just the monitor, it comes with this stand, which is really, really good quality. For those of you that have gotten some clamp mount stands in the past, these can get pretty pricey. So this monitor is a little bit more pricey, but the fact that it comes with its own monitor stand that's clamp mount, the arm, which is adjustable, so it slides up and down, it tilts forward and backward and side to side. And then it also comes with this cap that you can pop off and run the cables down through the bottom to, again, just give you that nice cable management, keep things out of the way. You get your external display / charging cable, which is USB-C. So one USB-C port, 2 USB ports. One of them's for my mouse. The other one is where my light is plugged into. Display port, 2 HDMI ports, and the power port for the power brick that supports the monitor, as well as a headphone jack. The next one is the NODOCA Cable Management. Really good quality, again, for the price. I think it comes in different sizes. This is the 14-inch in black. So this is really nice just to keep everything flush. So power strip, I actually just before I finished the setup, routed the power strip behind these clamp mounts to keep it nice and flush so it goes off to the side. This is a big part of the setup too, is having a longer cable so that I can move it around and not worry about any, cables getting caught or anything like that. And then I went with a 2021 MacBook Pro. It's the 14-inch, it is the lowest spec. So it's 16 gigs of RAM, and I believe it has the 500 or 512 SSD for storage. Knowing that I'm editing more now, I probably would have gone with something a little bit different. And for this particular setup, if you're looking, something where you're gonna be using a lot in one place and you don't really need the portability of a laptop, I probably would have gone with like a Mac Studio or a Mac Mini and got some L brackets that I could screw into the bottom of the desk, and then you would have that Mac Mini mounted underneath. So now you have this nice big open desk space without the laptop and the cables running there. To me, if I were to do it over, that's probably what I would have done. And then one other thing to call out too, if you are using this as like an entertainment setup, the one thing to note is the volume control on the speakers is in the back. So for TV shows, it is a little bit annoying. What I typically do is turn the volume on, and I'll set this like 3/4 of the way up to make sure the speakers are kind of loud. And then whatever platform I'm using to stream, I'll take the wireless mouse and bring it over to the couch, like sitting on the armchair, and be able to adjust the volume that way. So if we're setting this up for a movie, it's nice and easy. Move the chair out of the way. Make sure the locks are off on the wheels.
Constantly being in new places, surrounded by different energies and new people for such short amounts of time has shown me how temporary each moment of life truly is.
So if you didn't know who that YouTuber was, her name is Natalie Lynn. I just found out about her recently. I'll link her in the description below. She did this series called Borderless. I highly recommend you check it out. I'm looking to move next year, and it got me so pumped, and just like traveling more, and brought back a lot of memories from like childhood and growing up. And she did such a good job just portraying, figuring out who you are in life. Watch the series, it's really good. I think a lot of you, if you're in a small space, I think it'd be a good upgrade to get rid of the TV like I did, because I've found that I think the amount of time that I watch TV has been cut in half. Because I'm more focused on YouTube now, that's been a huge motivation, but this is a little bit harder to watch TV. So, you know, I pull the desk out and watch maybe an episode or two, but then I'm kind of done. So it also served that purpose in my life, helping me watch TV less and start doing things, whether it's going outside or whatever the case is, but doing those kind of things more. I had fun doing this one, and I'm looking forward to see you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.